The moment Subaru announced the return of the BRAT, the entire truck and crossover market froze, because nobody expected this. A $23,000 all-wheel drive adventure machine in 2026? A compact pickup that's cheaper than most used SUVs. People thought Subaru was joking until the specs dropped, and suddenly every major automaker went into panic mode. This thing isn't just a nostalgia revival, it's a full-on disruption aimed directly at the Maverick, the Santa Cruz, and even small crossovers like the RAV4 and CR-V. And the craziest part? Subaru built it exactly the way fans begged for years. The new BRAT comes in looking rugged, sharp, and unmistakably Subaru. It keeps that classic off-road DNA, but adds chunky fender lines, a wide stance, and a short bed that's surprisingly usable thanks to Subaru's clever integrated tie-down system. But here's the twist. Subaru didn't go hybrid, didn't go turbo, and didn't overcomplicate anything. Instead, they focused on reliability, simplicity, and price. Under the hood sits a 2.5-liter boxer engine pushing out around 182 horsepower, paired with Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive. It's light, tossable, and built for fun, not for bragging rights. And because the BRAT sits on a modified Crosstrek platform, it's capable enough for real trails while still pulling great fuel economy. Then interior footage hit the internet, and that alone shocked everyone. For only $23K, you're getting an interior that looks like it belongs in a $30,000 crossover. Soft touch materials, a clean dash layout, and Subaru's updated 11.6-inch vertical touchscreen right in the center. But Subaru went one step further. They designed the cabin with weekend warriors in mind. Water-resistant seat fabrics, rubberized flooring in the cargo area, hidden storage compartments under the rear seats. And yes, the BRAT still has usable back seats. Unlike most tiny trucks that feel cramped and awkward, Subaru treated this thing like a proper daily driver, not a novelty. But the real moment people lost their minds was when Subaru revealed the capability numbers. Because for a $23,000 entry price, nobody expected the BRAT to come with 8.7 inches of ground clearance, matching the Outback. Nobody expected a real off-road mode, hill descent control, and a 1,500 to 2,000 pound towing range depending on trim. And absolutely nobody expected Subaru to claim the BRAT can handle light overlanding straight from the factory. This instantly positioned it as the budget adventure vehicle of the year. College students, first-time buyers, off-road beginners, everyone suddenly had an affordable gateway into outdoor life without paying truck prices. And that's when competitors started sweating. Ford didn't expect Subaru to undercut the Maverick by thousands. Hyundai didn't expect a tougher, simpler alternative to the Santa Cruz. Even Toyota fans started whispering because the BRAT's formula looks dangerously close to what people wanted from a modern mini Tacoma. Subaru basically said, fine, if nobody else will build an honest, affordable, compact utility vehicle, we will. But the biggest shock came from the accessories catalog because Subaru went absolutely wild with the add-ons. Subaru rolled out a full lineup of factory accessories that instantly turned the BRAT from a simple compact truck into a personalized adventure weapon. You could slap on a roof basket, side-mounted gear plates, an upgraded skid plate package, or even a factory-ready rooftop tent. And people weren't expecting Subaru to lean this hard into customization. The moment they showcased the BRAT outfitted with knobby all-terrain tires, a safari-style LED roof bar, and a modular bed rack, the internet exploded. Suddenly the BRAT wasn't just a cheap utility vehicle, it was a lifestyle machine, a blank canvas for anyone who wants practicality without the bloated price tag of bigger trucks. But what shocked the industry even more was how Subaru talked about the BRAT. They didn't position it as a truck, they didn't call it a crossover. Instead, they said it was built for people who want freedom without financial pain. That message hit like a lightning bolt in today's overpriced market. While other automakers keep adding complex hybrid systems, premium packages, and luxury tech to justify higher MSRPs, Subaru went in the opposite direction. Simplify, toughen, and lower the cost. And that's exactly why the BRAT instantly went viral. Then dealerships started reporting something unexpected. Massive early interest. Reservation pages crashed. Forums flooded with people saying the BRAT is exactly the type of no-nonsense vehicle modern buyers have been begging for. Outdoor enthusiasts saw it as the perfect base for mountain trips. City drivers saw it as a versatile runabout that's easy to park. Budget-conscious buyers saw it as a rare chance to get AWD capability without breaking the bank. The BRAT suddenly appealed to everyone because it didn't try to be everything. It just focused on being good, honest transportation. But what truly blindsided analysts were the early performance tests. tests. Reviewers found that the BRAT handled better than expected. Sharp steering, tight body control, and a surprisingly smooth ride thanks to Subaru's tuned suspension. The Boxer engine's low center of gravity played a huge role, giving the BRAT agility that bigger trucks simply can't match. And even though it's not a powerhouse, the lightweight design makes it feel quicker than the numbers suggest. Drivers weren't getting a cheap truck, they were getting a fun one. And right when people thought they had a full picture of what the BRAT brought to the table, Subaru dropped one more surprise that instantly restarted the hype cycle all over again: the BRAT Wilderness Edition. Subaru didn't even wait a full model year. They unleashed the off-road focused variant right out of the gate. And this wasn't just a badge and sticker upgrade. It came with a raised suspension, chunkier all-terrain tires, improved approach and departure angles, and a beefed up underbody protection system that looked like it was ripped straight from an Outback wilderness. People expected Subaru to keep the BRAT simple, but nobody expected them to bring out a full-blown trail-ready trim for a truck under 30 Ks. Suddenly, the BRAT wasn't just competing with the Maverick, it was taking swings at the Tacoma and Ranger from a completely different weight class. But just as fans thought the surprises were over, Subaru revealed one more detail during a closed-door media roundtable, a hint about future customization options that instantly sent accessory companies and DIY builders into overdrive. Subaru confirmed they were developing an official BRAT modular bed system, a fully customizable setup that lets owners transform the truck's tiny bed into whatever they need within minutes. And they didn't speak in vague corporate buzzwords. They listed actual modules already in development: a sliding cargo tray for easy loading, a lockable drawer system for tools and camping gear, a lightweight camper shell with pop-out windows, a fold-out kitchen module designed for overlanding weekends, even a modular bike and ski mount system engineered specifically for Subaru's active lifestyle buyers. The moment that list hit the internet, it exploded, because this wasn't some aftermarket third-party project. Subaru themselves were stepping into the modular space that made trucks like the Tacoma legendary, and they were doing it on a $23,000 compact platform. It suddenly became clear the BRAT wasn't just a vehicle, it was an ecosystem, a lifestyle blueprint, a toolbox for any adventure someone could imagine. But what really stunned people was the prototype photos that leaked shortly after. Grainy shots taken from a distance showing a BRAT fitted with a compact wedge-style rooftop camper integrated directly into the bed rails. It looks sleek, light, aerodynamic, a true micro camper designed for solo travelers and weekend explorers. People started calling it the Outback Wilderness's little brother with a bed. Subaru fans knew instantly. This was the return of the fun, quirky, do-anything Subaru spirit that had been missing for years. Interest skyrocketed so quickly that aftermarket brands began announcing BRAT parts before the truck even reached dealerships. Lift kits, rock sliders, bed racks, performance intakes, even rally-inspired mud flaps. It was like the golden era of early 2000s Subaru tuning all over again, but now applied to a pickup. And then, just when it felt like Subaru had revealed everything, media outlets reported that the company filed a new trademark, one that hinted at a future BRAT trim no one saw coming, a trim that shifts the entire compact performance market on its axis. Fans and journalists leaned in, waiting for any clue, any hint, any tiny piece of information about what the BRAT XT could become. And then Subaru dropped one more breadcrumb, so subtle most people missed it, but powerful enough to send hardcore enthusiasts straight into theory mode. They confirmed that the BRAT platform was engineered to handle additional power and cooling requirements. That wasn't corporate fluff. That was Subaru telling the world, without saying it outright, that something faster and more powerful was coming. Immediately, rumors flooded forums. Some insiders claimed Subaru was testing a turbocharged 2.4-liter Boxer engine, the same one used in the WRX, detuned slightly for durability, but still making around 260 horsepower. Others whispered that Subaru had experimented with a mild hybrid assist system to boost low-end torque for both performance and towing. A few even suggested the XT might get a proper sport exhaust, upgraded brakes, and a reinforced chassis to handle real spirited driving. If any of that is true, the BRAT XT could become the first compact truck that actually handles like a hot hatch. And the craziest part, Subaru didn't deny a single rumor. They just smiled and said, "Stay tuned." That was enough to ignite an online frenzy. TikTok car channels declared the BRAT XT the baby raptor killer. Reddit threads predicted a new golden age of affordable fun vehicles. YouTubers started creating fan-built mock-ups, imagining featuring aggressive flares, hood scoops, rally lights, and 6-speed manual gearboxes. The hype reached a level even Subaru didn't expect. But the real shock came from leaked dealer memos hinting at early BRAT XT prototypes being tested in extreme conditions: snow courses in Canada, desert runs in Nevada, and high-altitude climbs in Colorado. That level of testing is not something car makers do for a mild trim upgrade. That's what they do for a headline model, a flagship, a halo vehicle. And if Subaru is testing a halo BRAT, that means they're gearing up for something bold, something competitors simply aren't prepared for. And that instantly changed how people viewed the BRAT. It wasn't just the cheapest AWD truck. It wasn't just the most practical or the most adventure ready. It was suddenly the safest option too. Families who weren't even considering a compact pickup started looking at the BRAT as a smart daily driver. Young buyers loved that they didn't have to sacrifice safety for price. And Subaru fans celebrated because this was the brand staying true to its core values while still pushing into new territory. But the shock didn't stop there. Subaru quietly slipped in another detail during their press walkthrough, one that had tech enthusiasts buzzing. The BRAT's bed includes an integrated 110V outlet with water-resistant housing, perfect for powering camping gear, small tools, or tailgating equipment. It's not a gimmick, it's functional, rugged, and something nobody expected on a sub-25K utility vehicle. This single feature instantly made the BRAT feel more versatile, especially for people planning weekend escapes or DIY projects. And that's when the conversation shifted from "this is a cool cheap truck" to "this thing might genuinely revolutionize the entry-level market." Manufacturers like Nissan, Toyota, and even GM were suddenly being compared to the BRAT, even though none of them currently offer anything in this segment. Every headline, every review, every blog started asking the same question: did Subaru just open a new category that everyone else ignored? But Subaru wasn't done, because the final reveal during the Q&A session hinted at a long-term vision that would completely reframed what the BRAT could become in the next few years. Subaru executives hinted, very carefully, that the BRAT was designed with future powertrain flexibility in mind. That single phrase detonated across the automotive world. Analysts immediately interpreted it as code for hybrid and even full EV possibilities. And the moment that speculation hit social media, fans went wild imagining a BRAT hybrid with Crosstrek style efficiency, or a BRAT EV built for silent off-road exploration. Suddenly, this wasn't just a 23K budget truck, it was a potential platform for Subaru's next big leap. What shocked people even more was the subtle confirmation that Subaru had already tested alternative powertrains in early mule prototypes. They didn't show photos, they didn't release specs, but the admission itself said everything. Subaru wasn't treating the BRAT as a cheap side project, they were treating it as a long-term pillar of their lineup, something they could evolve, expand, and refine as the market shifts. And that level of commitment sent a chill through rival brands that haven't even dipped their toes into compact trucks yet. Then came the biggest fan-driven movement. BRAT clubs began forming before the truck even hit dealerships. Social media filled with meetup announcements, camping trip plans, and enthusiast builds drawn in concept art. The BRAT became a culture icon before anyone even owned one. Memes exploded. Old school BRAT owners celebrated the return of a legend. Younger buyers said it felt like Subaru finally gave them an affordable, fun, do-everything machine that didn't look or feel boring. And that growing hype led to yet another stunning moment. Early demand forecasting suggested that the BRAT could become Subaru's best-selling model in North America, possibly even surpassing the Outback. Nobody predicted that, not analysts, not competitors, not even Subaru. But when you combine AWD, capability, safety, utility, fuel efficiency, and a 23K starting price, it suddenly makes perfect sense. But Subaru had one final card to play, an announcement they teased for months, one detail fans begged for repeatedly, a reveal that hit the audience like a shockwave. Subaru officially confirmed a BRAT Sport package, and not just a cosmetic one. They revealed a performance-tuned variant aimed directly at enthusiasts who wanted something tighter, quicker, and far more exciting than any compact truck on the market today. And the best part? They didn't stuff in some unrealistic high-horsepower engine. Instead, Subaru went full rally heritage mode. The Sport package includes a stiffer suspension setup, quicker steering response, sport-tuned dampers, and lightweight wheels wrapped in grippy all-season performance tires. They even added paddle shifters, a more aggressive throttle map, and unique exhaust tuning that gives the Brat a deeper, sportier rumble. Suddenly, people realized something insane. Subaru had essentially created a rally pickup for under $30,000. Reviewers immediately started calling it the modern spiritual successor to the Baja Turbo, just lighter, sharper, and way more fun. Enthusiasts exploded with excitement because this was the kind of playful, rebellious move Subaru fans had begged for. No one expected Subaru to lean into the Brat's fun side this hard, but then the company added a detail that made the internet lose its mind. The Sport package shaves weight. In 2025, where every vehicle keeps getting heavier and bloated with tech, Subaru removed unnecessary materials to make the Brat more responsive. That alone shocked everyone, and it set the Brat Sport apart from every oversized, overtech compact truck competitor. But Subaru didn't stop there. They unveiled exclusive Brat Sport colors, like Rally Blue, Solar Orange, and a matte lunar gray finish that instantly became the fan favorite. The interior got red contrast stitching, metal pedals, and a sport wheel with a flat bottom. Subaru wasn't just selling a utility truck, they were selling a driving experience, a personality, a machine with attitude. And then came the unexpected twist. Subaru teased a mysterious silhouette at the end of the presentation. Dim lights, a short roar of an engine, and a tagline flashing on screen. Brat XT, more to come. The audience erupted because that XT badge is deeply rooted in Subaru's performance lineage. Fans knew immediately Subaru was hinting at something hotter, something faster, something that could push the Brat into a whole new category. Speculation went wild. Turbocharged boxer, hybrid boost, manual transmission option, nobody knew, but everyone wanted answers. And as Subaru representatives smiled and refused to comment, it was clear that something big was cooking behind the scenes. Because if Subaru is teasing an XT model, that means the Brat story is nowhere near finished, and the next reveal could be the moment that... And then came the second bombshell. Subaru hinted that Brat production could expand if demand surpasses expectations. That subtle statement set the internet on fire. Commentators called it the boldest move Subaru has made in a decade. Dealers predicted that the Brat might become their best-selling model, and competitors, they started scrambling behind the scenes. If Subaru can sell a reliable AWD pickup for 23Kers and still make money doing it, it forces everyone else to rethink their entire pricing strategy. But what really shocked people was the early durability testing footage Subaru released. Engineers showed the Brat being punished across brutal washboard roads, deep water crossings, steep inclines, and rocky trails. The truck took every hit without hesitation. No fancy air suspension, no hyper-complex electric systems, just classic Subaru ruggedness in a compact, efficient package. Viewers noticed something refreshing. Subaru wasn't bragging about theoretical towing numbers or high-tech buzzwords. They were showing real-world reliability, which is exactly what buyers care about. Then influencers got their hands on pre-production models, and every review had the same theme. The Brat feels honest. It feels like a vehicle built for actual life, not marketing videos. One reviewer said it's a cross-trek with a small bed and a big personality, while another joked, this is what the Maverick would be if Ford stopped worrying about profit margins and just built something fun. Those takes spread like wildfire, fueling the Brat's hype even further. But Subaru still had one more ace up its sleeve, a feature nobody expected at this price point, a feature that instantly became the Brat's biggest bragging right, a feature that made everyone stop and say, wait, how is this even possible for $23,000? Subaru revealed that the Brat would come standard with their full EyeSight 4.0 safety suite, not watered down, not a stripped version, the same advanced system found in their more expensive models, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, pre-collision braking, and even traffic sign recognition, all included without forcing buyers into higher trims. This move stunned analysts because no other compact truck in this price range even comes close. Ford charges extra, Hyundai hides features behind packages, but Subaru, they made top-tier safety a baseline requirement. And the Wilderness Edition wasn't just about capability, Subaru added style to match. Copper accents, rugged cladding, unique roof rails, and a more aggressive grille gave it that unmistakable adventure aesthetic. Social media went wild when the first pre-production units were spotted crawling through muddy forest trails. Subaru fans said it felt like the spiritual successor to the off-road Subarus of the early 2000s. Simple, durable, and made for real-world terrain instead of mall parking lots. For a company known for being cautious, this was a bold, unexpected move. But Subaru wasn't done. They revealed the Brat's fuel economy numbers, and again, nobody saw it coming. Even with all-wheel drive standard, the Brat delivered better mileage than many compact SUVs. This instantly made it a favorite among commuters who wanted truck utility without paying truck fuel bills. The Brat became the rare vehicle that checks every box: affordable, efficient, capable, fun, and practical. Reviewers started calling it the people's truck, a title no automaker has dared to chase in years. Then rumors began swirling about Subaru's long-term roadmap. Insiders hinted at a potential hybrid Brat variant.